Good evening. How you doing, kids? Today I'm going to go over spirituality, okay? And we're just going to go through some of these tabs I pulled up and just give you kind of core concepts of certain things, and I'll elaborate a little bit about each thing, okay? Spirituality. The meaning of spirituality has developed and expanded over time, and various meanings can be found alongside each other. Traditionally, spirituality referred to a religious process of reformation which aims to recover the original shape of. It cuts off. My bad. Let's go to the next thing. That was stupid. Spirituality is a broad concept centered on a search for meaning, purpose, and connection to something larger than oneself. While definitions vary, it generally involves a subjective experience of a sacred dimension and the deepest values and meanings by which people live. Unlike organized religion, which often focuses on specific doctrines, communal rituals, modern spirituality emphasizes personal growth, inner transformation, and individual experiences of the divine or the universe. It can exist within religious frameworks or entirely outside themselves, often described as being spiritual but not religious. Spirituality is the innate human sense of being connected to the universe and others, distinct from organized religion, but often enhancing mental and emotional wellness. To begin, adopt a personal, non-linear approach to avoid rushing or copying others, focusing instead on self-awareness and gradual personal growth. Okay? Meditation and mindfulness. Focus on breath exercises and grounding exercises to achieve clarity and calm. Even 30 minutes daily can help manage feelings of being ungrounded. Journaling. Write daily to release emotions, organize thoughts, and deepen self-understanding. Physical connection. Engage in yoga or nature walks to tune into the body and the natural world. Grounding techniques. Visualize a connection to the Earth's core to release excess energy to restore balance. Start with simple, comfortable activities and integrate insights into daily life. I cannot read today. Demons are keeping me from speaking once again. Start with simple, comfortable activities and integrate insights into daily life rather than seeking immediate enlightenment. Okay, there's tons of resources like Spirituality for Dummies and Spirituality for Dummies by Sharon Janis, that's here in America. And then you got Eckhart Tolle, or Tolle, he's in the UK. And then Sadhguru is in India, or from India. He travels. Okay. They offer accessible entry-level points for exploring these concepts. Okay. Grounding techniques. Okay. When I'm home, my shoes and socks are off. I'm barefoot now. I'm constantly going in the backyard with dogs. Okay. You ground yourself physically and mentally and emotionally. Okay. That will bring you back to center. All right. Your physical connections. Okay. Yoga of all types. Okay. If you're not doing the meditation portion of yoga, like some ladies that I know that are half-assing it. You're only doing Pilates, okay? So don't fucking fool yourself. All right, I'm sorry to sound cocky about that, but you cannot fake the funk saying you're doing yoga, but you're not doing the meditation portion. You say you don't have time for it. You just don't think it's of value. No, sorry. That's from a previous conversation I had with somebody else. So it's like pretending to whole, be religious and, memorizing the Bible and not actually understanding concept. I know people like that too. Okay? That's faking the funk. That's not real. Eye demon, mouth demon. Okay, so meditation and mindfulness. Okay, your breathing exercises, you can find those on YouTube. Okay, and grounding exercises, same. Okay, you can find all this stuff on YouTube, and you can, once you start looking into these things, you'll understand the professionals and the other people that are just making YouTube videos. Okay, just to make some money. All right. And I've actually followed some since their first time making videos. When I started making videos, the original 27 YouTube videos of me expressing my emotions and getting things out and understanding concepts, it was based on false hope for future with somebody that never actually wanted me. Okay? But that was a trigger to help improve myself, to prove to myself that I am better, I am worth it. In the long run, I figured out it was worth it the whole fucking time. I was just being fucked with. Okay? And grounding yourself in the meditation and journaling, even the videos that I did is journaling. Okay? That's why I'm emphasizing you guys to not be afraid to do this. Okay? Because the best way to learn is to teach. The best way to teach yourself is to teach others. Okay? And the best way to improve yourself is to share these concepts with others in this way. You know what I'm saying? And I know you're young and you don't want to engage what Dad's doing all the time, you know what I'm saying? But the process of video logging my life and the progression thereof is a part of the evolution of what I'm doing. Okay? It's like back in the old days, like World War II time frame. Okay, people came back from the war. They came from a fucked up situation and brought back into city life back in America and having to learn how to be a businessman after having a rifle in their hand for a couple of years. Okay. Or maybe not that extreme, but going from one type of job to another. It's still a culture shock. Okay. But you are adapting and overcoming and evolving into something new. Okay. That was just an example to get the concept. Okay. So with that, to become a better person, surround yourself with higher class people, not snobby fucking rich people. Higher class meaning of better stature, of better demeanor, character, how they present themselves, how they carry themselves, how they speak themselves, how they speak to others. Okay? When you are around those type of better people, you automatically start shifting and behaving like the others that are behaving in the way that you want. Okay? You want to be a guru, or do you want to be the best trader on the stock market, fucking getting all the fucking money? Or do you want to be a basketball player, or do you want to do this or that? Okay. Whatever you focus your heart and mind to is where you're going to shape your life into. Okay. It's very subtle, but it's pretty decisive as well. You're interested in something, you're focused on it, and you go for it. And your mindset, your demeanor, the way you carry yourself, everything about your person, you evolve and change into that new person. Okay. Now, a little bit of me has always been a cowboy. Okay. And I did it for 10 years. And I successfully did it without telling anybody until the last year when I got caught. I became the countryman, the cowboy, the ordained man, a man with high standards and morals, ethics. Okay. A Sigma male. I don't give a flying fuck about the world. I'm of the world, but not a part of it. Okay? Now let's blend that with religion a little bit. Okay? The existence of God, spirits, angels, and demons is not proven by empirical scientific evidence, meaning you can't measure it with our standard measuring devices and technology. Okay? As these entities are defined as immaterial spiritual beings that operate outside the bounds of physical measurement or falsifiable testing. So it's basically telling you it exists, we know it does, we can experience it, but we cannot measure it yet. According to religious texts and theological perspectives, their reality is established through the following frameworks. Biblical authority. Christians and Jews regard the Bible as the prime source of evidence, citing over 100 references in the Old Testament and 150 in the New Testament that describe angels and demons as literal creatures, literal created beings under God's sovereign rule. Theological logic. Theological argument such as those by Thomas Aquinas and Richard Swinburne voice that an omnipotent God could directly create spirits, and that the existence of free will explains how holy angels chose obedience while fallen angels, demons, chose rebellion against God. Personal and historical testimony. Believers cite modern world examples of demonic possessions, angelic encounters, and answered prayers as subjective proof, while noting that the Bible treats these entities as real actors in history rather than metaphors for human psychology. Limits of disproof. From a non-believer's perspective, it is often argued that it is unscientific to definitively disprove their existence because the spiritual realm is inherently invisible and inaccessible to current scientific instruments. I'll answer your text in a minute, Allie. Ultimate belief in these entities relies on faith in spiritual revelation and personal spiritual experiences rather than objective, repeatable scientific evaluation. Okay? Validation. Okay. My mouth is getting dry as shit. It's still 89 in here. Okay. Automatic writing. Automatic writing, also called psychography, is claimed psychic ability allowing a person to produce written words without consciously writing. Practitioners engage in automatic writing by holding a writing instrument and allowing alleged spirits to take control. Okay. Automatic writing, also known as psychography, is a practice where an individual produces written words without conscious control or intent. Historically rooted in spiritualism and the occult, it involves the belief that spirits, entities, or higher self manipulate the writer's hand to convey messages. Notable historical instances include the 16th century Enochian language doctrine to John Dee, and the realist literary experiments of André Breton and Philippe Soupault, I'm botching their names, in the early 20th century. From a scientific and psychological perspective, the phenomenon is often attributed to the ideomotor effect. Don't know what that means. Unconscious muscular activity, or dissociative states where the subconscious mind generates content free from conscious censorship. Skeptics and researchers like Harry Price have exposed some famous cases as fraud or self-deception, while psychologists view it as a window into unconscious motives and memories. Okay. Now, remote viewing. This is a concept that I've actually been trained to do, and like government training and civilian research, finding more content to learn. Okay. Remote viewing is the practice of seeking impressions about a distant or unseen object, property, using the mind to sense information beyond the reach of the five senses, also known as anomalous cognition, okay, or second sight. I call it sight beyond sight. You can call it whatever. It involves describing or gathering accurate information about a remote target, site, or person, place, or thing, or subject, such as a location, object, person, or event, without physical presence. Unlike spontaneous clairvoyance, remote viewing is characterized as a structured discipline methodology designed to reduce conscious analysis and record raw sensory data for later verification. Okay, that's a mouthful, and you can find videos on that. I've suggested that stuff years ago. Dr. Russell Targ, okay? Where's his book? He was a part of a government research into this, okay? And he actually spun off this whole thing of remote viewing. This guy's research and development. Okay, Dr. Russell Targ. I think in my TikTok, scroll all the way down, you'll find the name of that book. I forget what it is. I think it's in here somewhere. Stargate Project. $20 million research back in the early 1975 to 1995. Wow. What's the name of that book? I was just looking over at my book, stack of books I got to take in to the office. Can't find it. Anyway, look up Dr. or just Russell Targ and remote viewing, and you'll find all of it. Okay. Okay, so that was all a mouthful. Okay, but just so all my kids are on the same page. Okay. The Bible gives us some information. Okay. But even in the Bible, it tells you to seek out more information and to experience life. Okay. And to understand that God is a part of you, in you, you are a part of God. Okay. Some people may say it is conceited or arrogant to say that I am God experiencing life. Well, it's the truth. Okay? God is experiencing life through each of us, even through Shine. That's confused. What are you looking at, Daddy? You gonna go find the cat? Where's the cat? Get him! Get him! She's a trip. That's God experiencing having a good time going to find the cat. Yeah, that's literally, okay? And quantum physics proves that spirituality is real, okay? It even just told us. We know it's fucking real. We can experience it, we can fucking see it, experience it. But we can't measure it. We can't grab it and put a tape measure on it. You know what I'm saying? It's too fleeting. It's on a different plane of existence. But it's bleeding over and we can see it. Okay? It's also our perception of frequency. Okay? Some of the spiritual gurus out there or have been stating for many years now that the human frequency is rising. Consciousness frequency is rising. The frequency of the earth is rising. The Schumann resonance is rising. The higher the frequency, the more in tune with the universe we become. Okay? Another concept that may sound arrogant, conceited. Heavenly Father, earthly mother, and brother Yeshua. Okay? You've got to have Heavenly Father, Spirit, and earthly mother, the physical. Okay? Our body is from earth. Our spirit, our soul, is from heaven, from God. Okay? And I and many others have experienced a mass consciousness while being out of the body or unconscious. Okay? The oneness with everything around you. Okay? The mass consciousness. The Akashic records. All the knowledge you ever want and need is out there. All the creativity that you want and need is out there. Tap into you and let the thoughts, the imagination flow. A fly went by as I said flow. That was a spiritual synchronicity. Just let it flow. Things like that happen. A synchronicity just happened on camera. As I said, let it flow. And it flowed right past me. I'll have to review the footage, but it felt like it went from ear to ear. In one ear, out the other. Did you turn me off by yet? Anyway, the Bible gives us the material world and how to live with the 10 Commandments. And I would say the 10 Commandments and Dad's core values. Because Dad's here. Dad's God right now. That sounds conceited and arrogant, but just listen, okay? The 10 Commandments and Dad's core values, okay? Honesty, integrity, loyalty, faithfulness, honor, respect, courage, commitment. Apply all that to your life. It has literally saved my fucking life and helped me progress and keep going in life. Okay. So again, you need the spirituality and the physical world to have one. Okay. Now, with that said, we are as a body, we are a symbiotic life form of energetic light being power. Okay? Our bodies respond to Rife light technology, red light therapies, and other light frequency colored technologies that you apply on your body. It heals your body in different ways. Okay? There's stuff for your head, the rest of your body parts, organs, because the light will go through your fucking body and your organs will feel it. That's why it works. Okay? We are a symbiotic life form. Your body can talk to you. Okay? You are sharing it. Okay? Ultimately, I am in control of this body right now. But it is beating the heart and breathing for me. Okay? And we have to share the body and the energy and the body movements. I can't fight the breathing and the heartbeat, otherwise, well, it'll kill us. It'll kick me out of the body and kill him. I don't want to kill him. You know what I'm saying? There's a purpose for me to be here. To be me. To be Reverend James Paul Phillips. To be the man who experienced being in the Marine Corps, the Army, a little bit of college, university, cowboy years, construction field, security guard, dad. Super dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, God wanted me to stay here on earth so I can be here to do this. Exactly. Make sure my kids knew I was here. Make sure I teach my kids what I need to teach my kids so they know I'm here and for them, and I'm all about this. We'll plan our shit together. Everything is connected. You can just keep going. Okay? The core values and the 10 Commandments are a great way to live your life. And you don't even have to try that fucking hard. Read them and apply them. And if you object to something in those things, you got something in your life that you're trying to protect that you shouldn't be doing. Yeah. That's another thing. Standing up for what you believe in. Okay? I have high standards, morals, and ethics. Okay? I disagree with certain people's choices, and I tell them, I can have your back in emergency, but I can't associate myself with you because you made those choices. And my kids know who I'm talking about. Okay? But that's just an example. Choices, experiences. Okay? Everything we do in life is a choice to experience something. Okay? So why choose to make a choice to do something that could be considered evil to yourself, to others, to something somewhere? Okay. You're not growing, you're not developing, you're being hateful and evil, destructive, preventing somebody else from progressing. Okay. These concepts are physically real. Okay. And you can't just passively say, yes, they're real, and then go and do something. I say, nothing's going to happen to me. Karma's a bitch. It is. What you put out in life is what you get back in return. Okay. So I've been putting out these videos for my kids. Shit. I'd have to double check. It's been a few years now. And as I keep progressing and developing and creating new videos and finding new things to talk about, one by one, I see one of my kids pop up and I see him. I get to talk to him. Okay. So again, you put out what you get, or you get what you put out. Okay. I put out these videos to express myself, to help my kids understand me, to get to know me. You know what I'm saying? And return, the universe allows my kids to come find me, connect with me, and know that I'm a good person, I'm safe to be around. As I look around, as you look around your environment, okay, I'm in the garage, all spare stuff I haven't taken in the house yet, okay. Everything here, the microphone, my shirt, the couch, that's a dog couch. Everything here, every bit of material, of everything, okay, comes from the earth, okay. Once you establish that in your mind, that everything is of the earth, get rid of the concept in your mind when someone says you have to be grounded on the fucking ground. No. This may be a processed material combining a bunch of things from the earth, but it's still a part of the earth. Okay? Even if I sit on this couch, okay, even if I sit here, okay, for your meditation technique, okay, even if I'm just sitting here, my feet are touching the ground, but my butt is touching the seat. It has 4 feet. It's also touching the ground. The concrete we're standing on, that we're on, is from the earth, and it is a part of the earth. It's on the ground. I guarantee you, you put your shoes and socks on and sit here in the same position, it feels completely different. Buggy eyes. It's hot in here, dry eyes, dry mouth, out of water. So, my point is about all that is that you can easily ground yourself. One, by like the technique where they said, imagine grounding yourself. Okay, you need that visual. Okay, if you can visualize it, you can make it happen. Okay, and physically doing it, take your shoes and socks off, go in the backyard, stand in the grass, make sure there's no ants. That is the most sensation of the connection you can get. The grass between your toes and on your feet, it feels like it's overlapping you. Okay, it feels like it's grabbing you slightly. That's what it feels like. Grass is just slightly over your foot. Okay, it's like it's almost grabbing you. Once you feel that, and you practice that on a regular basis, I can walk into the backyard, stand there in the grass, and it feels like it's reaching up, hugging my feet, and instantly, I have the concept in my mind. I'm connected. Ding. Okay. It takes a few times to practice that, and once you get the concept in your mind, that's what you're doing. Automatically, your body and your mind and your heart just kind of synchronize. And as soon as you feel that grass, the moment you stop walking in the grass and it just hugs your foot, imagine that energy going straight down into the earth through your feet. And then imagine that energy coming straight through your feet, all the way up your spine, through your head, straight up to the sky, and connecting with God. Okay? You cannot have one or the other without the other. What is above is what is above is below. Okay? The poem I brought back from meditation years ago, this concept came from me after I got out of the hospital when I got super sick and passed out. Okay, I'm not going to discuss that part on camera today. I already discussed it in previous videos and with Allie earlier. So when I got home, I had this sudden epiphany of a poem. Okay. What is above is below. What is below is above. From the earth, guided by spirit, we are the garden. We are the gardener. We are the guardians of life. We are one. We are one. Okay? This epiphany happened as I was recovering there in my apartment in Raymond, kind of oblivious to things around me, and just really didn't have much motivation at that moment in life. After that poem, a few months later, I got a hold of some ayahuasca and mushrooms and did a whole meditation, ceremonial meditation type of deal right there in my apartment. That in itself, doing it in a structured manner, you're not doing it to get fucking stoned, okay? Yes, you're gonna feel stoned, but I ate a whole fucking baggie, like Ziploc bag, stuffed of mushrooms, blue ones. And then I did a mail order packet for some dehydrated ayahuasca that I had to boil. It made like 2 gallons worth. Ugh, it was nasty. But I ate about 3 or 4 cups of the ayahuasca, and then I was lit. And I talked to Mother Ayahuasca. That was trippy. But she enlightened me and told me my heart was already healed. There was nothing wrong with me. I was chasing a false concept of who I was supposed to be. And that spun off my true confidence in my authenticity. Okay? This also held me accountable for everything in my life. Stand by, dogs. We can bark cat babies. So anyway, we're sitting at 40 minutes, and I just wanted to get out of my mouth, out of my head, basic concepts. And there will be more videos like this. And Allie inspired this conversation, and I really don't talk to Noah about this kind of stuff in religion because, to me, I think he got abused by that shit as a kid. He got stuck in a fucking Christian school, and that's the only thing they bombard him with all day, every day is religion. I know he's fucking sick of it. So we just talk about guy shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is for everybody. And if Noah, you see this, I hope you enjoy it, man. These concepts are out there. You can look them up. And I've had some fucking experiences, dude. I have. So it is what it is. We're going to go ahead and end this video now. And I hope this was a good brief overview. And I can focus on some more definitive topics later. But I just wanted to share this with everybody. And just let your minds have fun with it. Okay? So, for all my kids, Noah, Allie, Zeke, Adela, Aiden, Robbie, I love you and I miss you. And I hope to hear back from you soon. And one last thing I would like to address at the very end of this video is that Adela's account unblocked me today on Sunday, June 28th. I only had a few days to get to talk to her, and Allie informed me that Mama probably told her to block me. Okay, so I don't have contact with Adela, but Zeke, you're still connected, so I hope you're enjoying my videos. And if Mom says no contact with me, well, that's her choice. Allie informed me of what she was having to do. So if you have questions, go talk to Allie, and she can fill you in what she told me. Okay? But I am here for all of you at all times. All right? I love you and I miss you. And have a beautiful weekend. Later.